because it should quake your soul when you go against your soul. And that should be enough to change everything in you and open up everything in you that was dormant and closed. And to run Satan every time you hear or feel Satan anywhere. Chase him away like you would somebody coming in your yard, you run them out with a shotgun. But we let him right in the front door. You wouldn't let an enemy come in your house, but we let Satan, the devil, come right in our hearts. Feed him. Then act upon his whisper. He has no power over us. He is a rejected one. And he's in the churches, in the mosques, in the synagogues, he's in our homes. He rides with us in our cars, at school with us. And we're listening to him all the time. You think he just stops with one whisper? You think the first time he came to Eve, he just said something to Eve one time, or Adam one time? He kept saying it. He kept coming over and over again. He don't quit. That's who he is. That's what he does. We're the ones that give him power. He has no power. Allah told him to bow down to our grandfather Adam. That shows a superiority of what Adam possessed in himself. But we are bowing down to Satan. As Muslims, Jews, Christians, holy people, we call ourselves. I read my book. Is it internalized? Do you struggle with yourself? Can you see your weaknesses? Can you see that you're weak? When someone is recruiting, an athlete is being recruited for a championship squad, they have weaknesses. But they're recruited because they have potential. And that coach works on those weaknesses. If it's a good ball player, a basketball player that can shoot 30-footers and can go right and dribble, and his left hand is weak, they work on his left hand to become strong, ambidextrous. Then he's more of a threat to the opposition. That's why Allah Almighty sends prophets to us to work with us on our weaknesses. It is unacceptable to be on the championship of our Lord, Allah Almighty, and be weak. So there's a process. We will be trained. And it will be on earth as it is in heaven, with or without us. Many have been called and many have rejected. But Allah says, I will raise up a people and they will not be like those who accepted their weaknesses and said they was human and they accepted to be sinners. No, we're not looking for them. We're looking for the ones that say, yes, I'm a sinner, I'm weak. But you know what? Oh, Allah Almighty, with your support, your help, I'm going to overcome this. Takbir! 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 I will first of all establish the kingdom of heaven in myself. Then be an example as a human being that it can be done. All the prophets were from a woman, came through a woman, and they showed that when they accepted their Lord and themselves, they changed the environment, they changed the universe. People thought they was God because God showed up through them. They did miraculous things. It was God through them. Jesus said, oh my God, I did everything by your leave. I brought the people back from the dead by your leave. I healed them by your leave. If that wasn't so, Allah Almighty wouldn't be threatening us today, that we could overcome what we are allowing ourselves to submit to of our weakness and our humanity. It is for us too. That was for Jesus, is for us. That was for Muhammad, is for us. That was for Moses, is for us. That was from Abraham, is for us. That was with David, is for us. All those that we know in the Old, the New, and the Last Testament is also for us. accept that we're human. There's a part of us that's human. There's a part of us that's not human. But we accept the part that's weak to be our strength. That's unacceptable. We will never grow to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth with that kind of thinking. That is an illusion. That is not true. That is falsehood. We accept falsehood, trying to make falsehood to be truth. And this is why the world is in the turmoil that it's in, because we accepting that it must be God's will. It is not God's will. He wouldn't allow it to happen if it couldn't be stopped. And we will be held accountable. Muslims, Christians, Jews, righteous people. Nobody concerned about what you profess. What are you inside yourself? Part the Red Sea. Bring somebody back to the dead. Heal them. Don't give us no lip service about you being righteous. And our babies are dying in the streets. We have to consult our aldermen, our congressmen, our president to help us. The prophets didn't do it. When Moses was in hot haste from Pharaoh, he didn't say, oh, wait a minute, maybe I need to contact the governor. This is outrageous. We ought to protest. Let's go to Pharaoh's place and rally. He said, oh, my Lord, help us. We are here for you. And the sea parted, and they were safe, and Pharaoh drowned. You think this is different? The same sun that Adam saw, that Moses saw, that Jesus saw, that Abraham saw, that Muhammad saw, we see it. Same sun, it's the same doggone day. The same devil exists that we got to fight within ourselves. If you want to die not fighting the devil in yourself, Allah Almighty said, don't return to me. Because I gave you everything you need. You just didn't accept it. You wanted to be promiscuous. You wanted to get high. You wanted to be self-righteous. You wanted to judge people. You didn't want to be righteous. You didn't want to use your God-given power. You didn't want to be humble. You didn't want to be connected to me. You didn't want to represent me. You wanted to represent your ego. And the ego listens to Shaitan. That's your downfall. That's what Adam and Eve did. They listened to their ego, and so they failed. When they were listening to their souls, they went in paradise. But when Adam listened to his soul and Eve listened to her soul, they were forgiven and they were restored. Satan never listened to his soul. He is still the same devil from the time he wouldn't bow down to Adam. Who was he bow down to? It wasn't flesh. It was Allah Almighty hidden in Adam. How are we going to follow someone who's not wise enough to recognize their Lord? Satan doesn't recognize his Lord. Guess what? Many of us don't either. So we ain't no better because we're human beings, right? I'm only human. Don't nobody know my heart but God. No, we're here responsible. We know what's right and wrong. We're asking Allah Almighty to forgive us here and after we all tell people about it.